Hey guys, Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Black Clover manga chapter review for you guys. As we get a pretty fairly short chapter, um, only 13 pages, only 13-page chapter, but we get some interesting reveals here from this chapter, especially about Ryu. So let's get into this chapter. This is chapter 352, titled "Well Done." Now, we have it to where we see Ryu, he's yelling out to Asta saying, listen, you're going to be the one to put everything into this next attack. Don't worry. Me and the Ryuzen 7, we got your backs on this and things like that. So listen, we'll set up the stage for you, we'll set it all up, and then you finish him off. So Asta agrees with that, and that's the thing. Now, we see how Ryu, he starts to go at his eye patch, and then he starts to remove that eye patch. He goes on to say, no matter what damage it takes, the five-headed dragon will regenerate. To finish it off, we're practically gonna need this ability called Tengetsu. Now he takes it off, and then you just have these symbols, like circles, forming a circle around his eye and everything. Now, the one thing I did see is I guess people were drawing a comparison to Naruto. With this move that Ryu was using. Listen, I have never seen Naruto. I've only little bits and tiny bits of Naruto I've seen clips of, but I never saw Naruto. I'm not really interested in seeing Naruto. Now, maybe time will change where I'm like, you know what, actually, let me give Naruto a chance and let me watch it. It is only one of the last big three, animes that I have to go frickin' watch. But regardless, I don't watch Naruto. Now, I can't really, I guess you can say, I can't really explain things like this, but, people, my thing is this. Listen, people who keep saying, all these other mangas, it doesn't have to be just Black Clover. It can be other mangas and things like that, whether it's Bleach. Well, Bleach isn't really manga, ain't going on to my knowledge. Dragon Ball Super, One Piece, Black Clover, Naruto, My Hero Academia. Listen, at the end of the day, manga draws a lot of inspirations from other sources of media, whether that's other forms of movies like My Hero Academia. Horikoshi loves the superhero genre. And Star Wars genre. He literally has references to those series right then and there. At the same time, he also can take things from other manga series. Listen, people don't understand, man. Other authors, they use ideas from other manga authors, from other authors who do manga, and put it in their story. And in a way, they tweak it where it fits their own representative universe. Yes, may it be the same thing, but listen, there's always interviews where you have these authors, where these authors tell you, oh, this is the reason why I did this, my manga, this inspiration and things like that. It's an inspiration off what I was reading at the time. A lot of people, when Akira Toriyama created Dragon Ball and did the manga there, a lot of future mangaka pretty much take form, and they looked and read Akira Toriyama's freaking Dragon Ball Z stuff, and guess what? They made their own story because they got inspiration from his product. Everybody does that. Everybody in the real world steals, I wouldn't say steals, but they adapt and they take stuff from what other people give them. I'm a coach, man. I coach football. When a team is doing a play, I have to think about, hey, maybe we should take that play into account and maybe see if we can run that said play ourselves, and things like that. And maybe we can add some modifications to the play, So people who are comparing this move Ryu does similar to Naruto, listen, you're just trying to stir up the pot and trying to get people riled up and get Black Clover fans riled up. Listen, at the end of the day, a lot of mangakas, they freaking take inspiration from other mangakas. It's plain and simple. Stop making it a big effing deal and move on with your freaking life. Anyways, this move that Ryu is going to use is called Tengetsu. Now, he goes on to say that using Asta's anti-magic will slash off all five heads at once. That's really our only shot to kill this thing without it regenerating over and over again. He goes on to say, I'll use Tengetsu to watch everything that's happening right now and find it in a path to the best possible future to defeat this creature. Then this is when Ryu starts shouting out words, or orders. Pretty much he says, the five-headed dragon, you've been a blight on this land for a long time. We're gonna purify you and cut you down right here and now. Now, first order he gives Fuji is to use his Soundyo Jutsu, and his Soundyo Jutsu is called Fighter's Battle Song, and everything. So next up, I guess this attack, it's like kind of a power boost attack. It's like one of those song attacks you see in either RPG games. I forgot there was some anime series that is somewhat similar where, you know, the singing alone from their voice powers up, gives power to to their allies. It's also kind of like like La Brava and Gentle Criminal's little power boosting they got going on. Just different, but hey, look, another inspiration right then and there. So yeah, anyways, this move that Fuji does powers up the other fighting members of Ryuzu 7, and that's when Ryu says, alright, let's go attack, and things like that. Now he goes on to say, Morifuya, you get into the town and circle around. He then goes to tell Jozu, head to the main street, and then go use stealth and hide yourself. Tells Yosuga, take the head that's coming to you and knock it northeast. Then he goes on to say, Daismon, force up the head on the far right. So they do that, and they're doing all this. Then he tells Komari to deflect that incoming head to the back. And then goes on to continue to say, Morifuya, keep that head right in front of you and keep it pinned down. And then gives Jozu another order to say, knock the top head straight up. Also too, we actually do see Jozu's face crack, or his mask cracked a bit. And right now we don't see what his full face looks like, so it's gonna be interesting to see what it is. Now Jozu actually made a little bit of a miscalculation, a little bit of a weakness, because his wound actually was too deep for him, and pretty much the last head looks like it's going to freaking swallow him whole practically, or it looks like it's firing off an attack, you know, I don't know. But all of a sudden, that's when Ichika comes in and says, it can't end like this. So yeah, Ichika uses Zetten, and then she pretty much yells out at Asta to attack the five-headed dragon and finish it off. Asta, in a full-page spread, pretty much uses Zetten to cut off all the heads of the five-headed dragon, and then the chapter ends off with Ryu pretty much saying, well done, all of you. So yeah, there is no break, so no break next week. We got a manga chapter next week, chapter 353 next week. So that's good. And it's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen next. But really, there's nothing else left to talk about this chapter. We got a relatively short chapter, and things like that. But it is pretty cool to see that and I guess I'll end it on this point. It's pretty cool to see that the whole sacrifice of, you know, Ryu's his pretty much his magic power. To gain that ability to use Tengetsu, it can actually help him see into the future and give them the best possible outcome, which is kind of like what Doctor Strange did in Avengers Infinity War, where he was looking through all the infinite possibilities of how to defeat Thanos, if the Avengers defeat Thanos. It's kind of like that type of thing. Now, I don't know if it's exactly like that, but, you know, he's looking through the best possible route to win, and he's foreseeing the future and probably saying, okay, can't do this. Maybe it is like that. But it is pretty cool to see, like, okay, yes. And then also too, it shows, I did see another reviewer's video, and he did say that Ryu's, personality and the way he was taking command and everything, it's like in a way to show Asta like how to lead when eventually Asta becomes the Wizard King, and things like that, because you gotta have complete confidence and not worry, and you gotta guide your men or women into the right places to be able to protect your home. So yeah, but solid chapter of Black Clover. Again, it was more of on the shorter type of spectrum, but hey, so far it looks like the five-headed dragon is done, and we can move on with the story now. Again, we'll probably maybe get, I would say, maybe the aftermath of this fight. Maybe we cut over to the Clover Kingdom. I'm still waiting on when we are actually going to cut over to the Clover Kingdom and see what like Yami, Noelle, and the others have been doing during this time with Lucius, his looming threat incoming. I really do hope we cut back to the Clover Kingdom to see, okay, what's going on that side. So yeah. But anyways, guys, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode manga chapter of Black Clover, as well as hit that subscribe button if you want to get more Black Clover content. The only thing that sucks is, well, we won't be getting the movie next month. We have to wait till literally June, but I digress, but it is what it is. But so then, guys, catch you guys next video. Peace.